Before we dive in, a quick thank you to the North Face for sponsoring today's show. It's more than a jacket. It's the calling to get out there and explore. I am so excited about the winter season here in Norway. Where I live, I got the forest right outside, plenty of hiking opportunities, local Nordic ski tracks nearby, which is awesome, sledding with my kids. You know, really helps to have great gear, especially when weather's such a big factor. You don't want the weather to get in the way of making memories outside this season. I've taken a North Face jacket all over the world on many adventures, trekking in Patagonia. I've taken it skiing in Colorado, on some rainy hikes in Ireland. And the North Face's promise is athlete-tested, expedition-proven jackets. These jackets are tested by the most elite athletes in the most extreme conditions before they even roll them out, and they'll keep you warm. They'll keep you dry. And of course, when your gear is well made, it doesn't stand in the way of anything you want to accomplish. So find your next fleece, parka, or winter jacket in store or at thenorthface.com. That's thenorthface.com. When you're wearing the North Face, it's more than a jacket. This episode is also sponsored by Purchasing Power. Zero to Travel is all about helping you travel the world on your terms, which is why this segment is powered by Purchasing Power. When paying up front for your next adventure is not ideal, Purchasing Power gives federal, civilian employees, retirees, and retired military a way to travel by paying over time, right from your paycheck. Whether you want to cruise through the Bahamas, vacation in Vegas, or experience Greece, Purchasing Power allows you to travel now and pay over time. Founded over 20 years ago, Purchasing Power is trusted by over 150,000 current and retired federal, civilian employees and retired military. They offer eligible customers 6 or 12-month payment plan options with no credit checks, no interest, and no hidden fees. If you are a federal, civilian employee, retiree, or retired military, head to purchasingpower.shop today to learn more. That's purchasingpower.shop. Active duty military are not eligible. Now, here's a very special holiday episode. Enjoy.
Så gjør vi så når vi vasker vårt tøy tidlig en mandag morgen.
The fire is crackling. The candles are glowing. The julebrus is bubbling. The snow is falling. Our wallets are emptying. Our bellies are filling up with Christmas sweets. Our outfits are cozy. And you know what all that means? Anna Dorthe, what is it time for?
The Norwegian Christmas Spectacular.
9th annual.
Yay!
Welcome, my friends. Velkommen.
Velkommen.
That is the sound of the band ringing in the holiday season during our recent neighborhood julegranstenning. Did I get that one right, Anna Dorthe?
Yeah.
I always have a
Very
tough time.
good.
My Norwegian is coming along. Thank you very much. One of my favorite Christmas traditions here in Norway. And tradition, something that might come up in today's special episode where we share 5 ways to have a magical holiday season. Somehow I made all these ways start with a G. Is it a 5G episode? I don't know. Maybe there's some conspiracy theorists out there. We're not going to go there. Anyway.
God jul. That's what it means.
5 ways to have a magical holiday season. Chances are you've done all 5 of these things we're going to share today in some way, shape, or form. You've done it yourself, but we thought putting together a list like this would be a fun way to not only share some of our favorite parts of the holiday season here in Norway, but to serve as reminders of the things we can all appreciate about this time of year. And perhaps you'll walk away with a couple new ideas for yourself and your family, maybe. Maybe steal a couple Norwegian traditions for yourself. What do you think?
Maybe.
Possibly. Either way, it's going to be a blast. The 9th annual Norwegian Christmas Spectacular. One of my favorite episodes of the year to record. Something I always enjoy sitting down and doing. Something I have to really prepare my wife for. Set the scene, honey. First of all, how are you doing? Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
You've been missed.
Well, I don't know. But thank you. It's nice.
So hard to get you on here. Once we get going, though, I see the smiles come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, what are we wearing here?
Well, I'm wearing cozy long johns.
Yep.
Wool sweater. You're wearing your interesting. No, I'm kidding. Well, your Eagle shirt, of course, your shorts and long johns.
Yeah, we got the
Our
point
son
is,
said today, like, you can't wear shorts. It's freezing.
well, I've got the long johns
I
underneath. The
know,
point
but
is, and
he was right, though.
This isn't a fashion podcast.
No, I know.
We're just wanted to set the scene. We're wearing cozy outfits. We do, in fact, have a fire going.
Yep. It's very nice.
The crackling fire thing was not a lie. It's there right now. And if you pan right from the fire, what are we looking at, honey?
We're looking at a beautiful Christmas tree that our kids decorated tonight, and it looks absolutely amazing.
Ah.
It's super nice. And we have a Christmas star, and we have lights and candles and Advent candles, and yeah.
This is what we
cozy.
do. We do this every year when we get set up. And by the way, before we get into this list, I should mention you should absolutely stick around till the end. Those of you that are familiar with this tradition of this episode might have an idea of what is coming at the end of the episode. Oh, yes, it might involve Dorthe here. I think she just caught on to what she's going to be asked to do later on. So anyway, before we get into it, I do want to also give a shout out to everyone out of their home country who is celebrating the holidays abroad. Have you celebrated the holidays abroad before?
Yeah, I have actually.
How many times?
Once.
Where was that?
In colorful Colorado.
Oh, yeah? Okay. When you came to visit me, that was the only time?
Yeah, that's the only time I haven't been in Norway for Christmas. Yep.
This was pre-marriage, pre-kids.
Yep.
And what were your thoughts being away from home for the holidays?
Yeah, it was different because I'm always at home at my parents. But it was a very nice Christmas. I remember it, and it was memorable, and we had a great time.
We did.
So I'm glad I got to spend that one time with you.
Yeah.
And that was very nice.
I was in Chile once for Christmas. I remember sitting down with a group of people for dinner at the hostel. It was cool. You know, it was like we all had just sort of met each other as it goes sometimes when you're traveling. But to be able to come together like that during the holiday, something about the holidays can unite us in some ways. By the way, Dorthe is drinking an IPA, Uten Ol, no alcohol IPA. I went with the alcohol. I got the Christmas ale my buddy dropped off. A lot of good Yule food going on here in Norway, which might come up. Yule, by the way, we should mention, is
Christmas.
Norwegian for Christmas. So when you hear the word Yule, Jul, Yule, we talked about this in one of the past spectaculars where Norway's little julegal, Yule crazy. They put Yule on everything and name everything Yule. Julebrus is like Christmas soda. And anyway, we'll get into all that. But if you want more of your fix, you can go back into the archives because we have 8 more Christmas spectaculars. But let's get into today's list. And again, not like anything earth-shattering here necessarily, but I thought a good framework to have some nice discussions about the things that really matter in the holidays, share some of the traditions we do. And of course, we invite you to get in touch and share some of yours with us. You know how to do that. If you listen to the show, you can always get in touch. Okay. I started these with a G somehow, all of them. The first one is get, as in get into the holiday spirit as soon as possible. And that means getting Christmassy or getting holiday-y earlier and having some fun with it. It only comes once a year, but we do disagree a little bit on this, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
And that is because your tradition's a bit different.
Yes. For me, it's not Christmas yet. It's Advent. You're like preparing and you have candles and those things, but you don't like decorate for Christmas. You don't have a Christmas tree, for example. You have like a Christmas star in the window and you can start like eating some cookies and have some Christmas things, but you're not supposed to decorate your house and having a Christmas tree.
You don't put up your Christmas tree, in fact, until the 24th, right?
Yeah. No, the 23rd.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And we do that when we go to visit your folks.
Yeah.
Well, in America, we tend to all do whatever the heck we want.
Oh, I know that.
Generally speaking, we do like to decorate, I think, not too long after Thanksgiving. And
that's how we slip into the holiday spirit pretty quickly. I'd say, everybody has a different timeline, but sometimes that leads to a little marital bliss, what we call an ironic term for when we have let's call it a heated discussion.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable sharing one I happened to record secretly when we were talking about putting up the decorations?
Have to warn the people listening that I'm not that bad all the time. And he keeps staying married to me, so that's his choice.
I love
that's
this
your
girl.
choice.
I love this girl like crazy. And if you want to get a snapshot of some marital bliss, using air quotes here, have a listen to this conversation a little earlier in November when I was trying to talk Anna Dorthe into putting up some of the Christmas decorations. It's November 18th. We can put up Christmas decorations.
No, absolutely not.
Why?
It's way too early. It's 18th of November, Jason Moore. We are not putting up Christmas stuff
Yeah, but
yet.
it's nice to look at. And we're not here for the whole holiday. We usually go away.
No, it doesn't happen. As long as you're married to me, it doesn't happen. Sorry.
Why don't you want to see nice lights twinkling in this house?
I like nice lights, but we can have we have candles. I'm not against putting up maybe the adventslys. That's fine, but no other decorations. That's off the record.
But the kids have Santa Claus hanging up in their room.
Yes,
Sitting
they're
there.
kids, Jason.
Yeah.
If you want to put out your skunk, you can have it under your bed or
The
something.
Christmas skunk?
Yes.
Under our bed. Under my side of the
Your
bed.
side of the
Yeah,
bed.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you can say hi to it every night or whatever you feel like you have to do with it.
I love the Christmas skunk.
Yeah.
You don't love the Christmas skunk?
No.
All right, so I'll just go up and get the decorations then.
No.
It's no problem.
Do it!
Yeah, do
No,
it.
you
Do
can't
it.
do it. I'm not dealing with the Christmas decorations right now.
Do it!
Believe me, then I'm moving out till December or something.
Where are you going?
I don't know. I'm renting a place on your credit card, I guess.
Daddy, do it! She's not gonna do that. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that. Anna Dorthe, what do you have to say for yourself?
But I have to put up with a lot of things being married to you.
I think everybody that listens to the show knows that, and they appreciate you for it. It is fun, and it was a bit in jest there because I think you knew I was going to bring this up at this time, and I knew you probably weren't going to agree. But let me just ask you a question before we kind of move on to the next point. When all is said and done, we have to compromise as a married couple, as an international couple. Mm-hmm. And I think both of us value our backgrounds and some of the things we grew up with, understanding that, hey, we can each bring a little bit of that to the table and the kids can get a full American and Norwegian experience. And I must give you credit because I feel like you've embraced the sort of the tradition that I came from and getting the Christmas tree a bit earlier, which we've done now. We have a little Christmas thing at home before we go up to see your parents. Hasn't been too bad, right?
No, it's nice. It's the best of two worlds.
I appreciate that you embrace some of those traditions, and I think you appreciate that I do. Well, I guess I live here now, so these new traditions, these combined traditions, are our traditions now.
Yeah, that's what we make for our kids, which is very nice.
Yes. Speaking of the kids, on the other hand, they could probably start this right after Halloween, particularly the candy and the sweets and the soda. Have a listen. Okay, who is ready to crack the ears first? Julebrus. The Christmas soda. Anybody?
Yeah.
Does anybody want some Christmas soda? Julebrus. I can't hear you. Who? 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 You? Were you pointing to yourself? Okay. There they go. I mean, if it involves sweets and sodas and sugar and candy, they're pretty much down. They're into it.
Yeah. Doesn't have to ask many times.
So get into the holiday spirits early. One of the 5 magical ways to have one of the ways to have a magical holiday season, I should say. Okay, number 4. Again, starts with a G. Give. Give, of course. Christmas. A big giving holiday. And again, we put together this list just to have some fun discussions, but also, serves as a reminder for us some of the things we still have yet to do, because that's one of the things about the holiday season. It gets so busy and you get caught up in some of the nonsense, right? The consumerism, the stress around having to get this, that, and the other and do the things. Let's take a moment here as we sit by the burning fire and the tree and we're getting really into the holiday season to acknowledge the giving. And one of the things that we want to do, and I brought this up today, and we're like, oh yeah, we have to go do that. This tree over down at one of the shopping centers near our house. You want to explain what that is?
Yeah, it's called the ønsketre. It's like wishing tree.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas tree that have red hearts on it. And it's Red Cross that is doing this, but other charities are also having their own version of it. But it's for families and kids that can't afford Christmas gifts. Mm-hmm. So on each heart, it says, for example, boy, 4 years, wants new winter shoes, or Lego, or girl, 6 wants a doll. And then you pick a heart and you buy or get what's on the card. You wrap it in and then you deliver it to a given place.
Yeah. There's actually a tree there. You stick it under the tree, don't you?
No, you give it to a store that take care of it. Or yeah. But other have also like a tree where you put things under, which is very nice. And we talked about it that we want to take our kids there to show them that the Christmas is about giving, but not about only buying a lot of things for ourselves or them, but to also take care of other people, and that not everybody have a lot, so we need to share.
Yeah, so we'll take the kids down to the ønsketre, the wishing tree, and you see people out there ringing the bell for the Salvation Army and all the things. Giving. And I think that giving doesn't necessarily have to be charity either, of course. You can just let somebody know how much you mean to them. That costs $0.
Absolutely. And give time is also a big thing.
Yeah.
Spend time with somebody, family, friends, and you give your time. I think that's the most precious thing you can give.
The time together. I'll let you know that I love you right now. Sorry, I'm going to get sappy here. Should we kiss? No, we don't want to subject them to a smoochy sound.
No, they don't want to listen to this.
No,
please
absolutely
stop.
not. I won't. She found a way out of it. Okay. Giving, of course, one of the big foundations of Christmas. And I want to just bring this up, not to sound morbid, but you never know when the holiday season or those of friends or family or loved ones will be their last. You just never know.
That's true.
So it's something to keep in mind.
Every moment are precious.
It's a great time to let people know how you feel if you haven't done that in a while. Okay. The third way to have a magical holiday season is go, as in go to a gathering, a holiday-themed gathering. For example, the julegranstenning I mentioned earlier, where you heard the band playing. We've explained it before on the show. Do you want to quickly tell people what that is? Happens in our neighborhood every year. Happens in a lot of neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And
it's where the Christmas tree outside are getting lit up. So you come together and then everybody's gathering around the tree, and then we count down and the tree gets lit. And then it's mulled wine. Is that the same as we call glögg?
Yeah,
basically.
It's like mulled.
Yeah.
Yeah, spiced.
And gingerbread, and it's music with live music. And sometimes the Nissen, the Santa is coming. And it's just nice. It's very nice. And it's like the moment where it's all gets lighter, kind of. This is the darkest time of the year here. We're getting into the darkest weeks now. But where we live, it's lights on all like the bushes in all windows, and the Christmas tree outside that we are sharing in the community. And it's very nice. It lights up and you get more energy in a way in this dark time of the year.
I'm always incredibly charmed by the julegranstenning. The translation for that is the Christmas tree lighting ceremony, essentially. Not ceremony, but Christmas tree lighting, julegranstenning. And
you go around the tree and
that's the thing.
Music.
It's so charming. It's so like sort of old world European charming, I feel, when we at this time, because there's so many people living in this area, that we were able to make 2 rings around the tree where everybody's holding hands. If you can imagine, 1 ring around a big tree, not too big. The tree's probably 7 meters, maybe
5 maybe
5 meters, and then a bigger ring around that, and everybody's going around in circles with the kids and the adults, and we're all singing songs. And then there was a little choir that was singing, kind of leading the charge. And it's so nice for the kids, but also for the adults. It's not just for the kids. Like, you can tell people genuinely enjoy that moment. And when the community comes together and then sings together and holds hands together and goes around, it's really special. Like, it gives me chills to think about. I love it. I love the tradition. It's one of my favorites. And then when we go up to visit your folks, it's not a julegranstenning because they had that lighting ceremony the weeks before, but it's kind of like a similar gathering in an old house where there's a tree and Santa comes and you walk around the tree and sing.
Christmas tree party, kind of. Yeah. It's always after
Juletrefest.
Yeah.
And it's another special thing. The community, this idea of the community coming together and participating in something. So
then it's inside. This is like the julegranstenning is outside and the juletrefest is inside, which is also very nice. But it's a lot of things you can go to. It's like like Christmas markets, and we have both in school and in kindergarten. They have different things they're doing and inviting the parents, which is very nice to be a part of. We have julebord, which is the Christmas party work and
that's where everybody photocopies their butts. No, that's the Christmas party.
That happens a lot.
That's the old.
It's a lot to go to.
Go was the thing, going to a gathering, and everybody's going to have a different version of that. And we have Christmas markets here, like you said, and these other things, but there are so many things to go to. And I think when you go to those things that are sort of holiday themed and it brings people together, it's a really nice way to feel that magic, I feel. So again, things you've all listening have done and we've done, but maybe giving us an opportunity to look fresh and think, hey, what are some other gatherings we might want to go to while we're in this holiday season? Let's take advantage of it. I heard there's a great Jule market out at the Folkum Museum here. So that might be something I take the kids to next weekend. We'll see. But going to a gathering, action step, if you want one, find a gathering to attend, maybe one that you've never attended before. That could be pretty cool. That's holiday themed. Okay. The second, we're counting down to number 1. Gather, as in bring yourself and others together for an experience. If you're not going to a gathering, maybe you want to gather and create an experience for other people, even though it takes work arranging a gathering. We recently had a gathering for Thanksgiving, and my friends Andreas and Mina, our friends, they were here, and Andre, and we had a group of people here. But the funny thing was, Andre and Mina said that one of their dreams as Norwegians was to go to an American Thanksgiving. I had no idea. Like, they literally have been talking about this for years. They're like, we want to go to a Thanksgiving like we see on the 90s sitcoms. I'm like, really? All right, well, we're just going to have turkey. We're going to hang out. They're like, oh, this is like making one of our dreams come true. And I had no idea when we just invited them over. But it was so cool. And you have to do a little more dishes, a bit of work, a bit of pre-planning. I had to take multiple trips to the store, but all of that's so worth it just to create an experience for people. And all of us as individuals have the opportunity to not only maybe create an experience for people at our homes, but we can be an organizer too. You can there's all these bad holiday movies. You could, for example, start up a new tradition where you invite your friends to a bunch of your friends to let's go see this bad holiday movie and go out for margaritas afterwards. And here's a new tradition, whatever it is. Gathering.
Yeah. being together. And it doesn't have to involve like a lot of organizing, or you have to prepare a lot or spend a lot of money. It can be also like have them over for listening to Christmas music and play games, or go outside and have a fire somewhere and everybody have to wear a Santa hat or something. It doesn't have to be a lot, or go watch a Christmas movie or something. But it's more about being together, spending time together.
Yeah. Have you any traditions with your friends from the past that you've done before? And
Yeah, we normally have had like a friend's Christmas party that we go out and have dinner and go out. Also like coming together and give each other small Christmas gifts and have glögg and pepperkake. And yeah,
it's fun.
And you can make up your own traditions. And for the kids, having like juleverksted, like have kids over and make gingerbread cookies, and it can be pretty low key. Doesn't have to, just to clean up afterwards.
We made a pretty killer gingerbread house today.
We did.
You did a good job, I'd say, repairing the cracks in the foundation with that sugar stuff we used to put it all together. But I tell you what, you're a gingerbread architect.
I know.
It's quite
more
impressive.
Like a engineer / carpenter / architecture.
This house is covered in candy. We're going to have to take a picture of it and post it up with this show. Why not? So gather, creating an experience for people or organizing some kind of experience. Again, probably something you've done before, something to maybe think about doing this holiday season, starting something new and fun and enjoyable. And it's a wonderful thing to bring people together. Okay, lastly, gift. As in gift yourself. This is probably the biggest theme that's come up during this whole spectacular here. Gifting yourself with time for friends and family. Tradition. But that is the ultimate gift, right? It's not about I was going to say remote control car. I don't know why. Do I want a remote control car?
Your son wants that.
It's not about the nice
Or our
Norwegian
son.
sweater I'm going to get for Christmas because I picked it out and I already know what I'm getting. It's not about the things, of course. And I think what I wanted to remind myself of here and then just share on the podcast with you is not neglecting the important traditions. Again, what I define as important are the ones that is about spending time together. Going on the sleigh ride we do with your family if we're able to do that. Or, I mentioned the Christmas market in the Folk Museum, one that I haven't been to. So maybe that's a new thing I can start, or we can have a new experience that we bring in. And I can prioritize that because even though we're busy and we got the things to do and blah, 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 what if we just say, hey, what's important here? The gift of time together. All right. That kind of like really helps to organize the priority list of what we have for this holiday season. And I'm harping on this, I guess, because it comes around and then it's gone.
Yep.
And it's so busy and there's so many crazy things going on, particularly when you have smaller kids and for everybody, that sometimes it's good to just think about these things and remember, hey, this is all going to be over pretty soon. And let's just make the most of it.
And I think that's what you're remembering from the time up to Christmas too, is what you did with your family or with friends, not like what you ordered or went to the store to buy to people, or what you even got yourself, because we live in a consumerist world anyway. And I think it's slowing down on those things and slowing down basically on all the stress, but prioritizing the time with those you love is the most important.
You know what? This might sound silly, but this spectacular, I always feel like is a nice time with you where in a way, this episode...
It's our tradition.
It is. And even though you're a little grinchy, a little grumpy when we get started.
Not grumpy.
No, not now. But I mean, getting into it, Anna Dorthe, she needs to be eased into the recording process. Get her some snacks, get her a nice drink, get her comfortable.
This is not really true. It's more about the rambling you do days before this, and all your equipment and everything you need to.
Is life with a podcaster?
Don't put it on me.
hard?
Oh yeah, so hard.
No, but I do see this as kind of it kicks off our holiday season a bit too. It gives us a chance to kind of reflect on these things, which is why we do this.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And next year will be the 10th annual. Can you believe that? 10.
Yep. That is many years.
Truly insane.
Maybe people had enough.
By the way, I should mention, this is the first Norwegian Spectacular where I am a Norwegian citizen.
That's true.
I've crossed over.
Cheers for that.
And they haven't kicked me out yet.
No. Good.
Before we move on from the traditions, I wanted you to share the tradition of feeding the Nisa. I love this. It's always really cool to go and do this.
Well,
up at your parents.
On what we call Lille Julaften, which is the day before Christmas Eve, the 23rd, when we're up at my parents', the kids and my dad and me, we make porridge because the Santa Nisse, the Norwegian Nisse, loves porridge, grøt. And we take a bowl with like butter and cinnamon and sugar and everything, and a spoon, of course. And we go into the barn and we pass all the animals and we go into the room where my dad has a wooden, what do you call it?
Like a tree stump?
Yeah, a tree stump. And we put it up there. And
it's so cute.
Then
the kids lay it out.
Yes, the kids lay it out
and
with my dad.
It's very, not like serious, but just it's kind of a moment.
Oh, yeah. The kids are really and they are listening to sounds and if they hear something. And because the Nisse is living up in the other floor
of the barn.
And we can hear like weird sounds and then we go to the animals, and then the next day we have to go back to the barn and check if the grøt is gone, which it always is.
Yeah, mysteriously.
Yes.
The tradition is wonderful, and it's very charming up at your parents' with the farm and the barn and everything. And when you go in, just to paint the picture, I should take audio this year because it's like an old wooden door and it creaks open and then you walk through, like you said, you hear all the animals. It's really, the whole thing is this ritual it's just another super charming thing. For somebody that, like me, that didn't grow up with this, it's just fun to be able to participate in these things and have it to be a part of my family and to be able to enjoy the moment myself because it all feels so new still for me, even after these years. They're not traditions I grew up with, so it's really fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
so thanks for letting me be a part of your family.
Of course. It's very nice to have you in the family.
There's the list. Hey, I've got 3 bonus mentions for this list. That was the 5 ways to have a magical holiday season. 3 bonus ones, Anna Dorthe. You don't know these. I'm going to reveal them right now. Make fun resolutions. You know, the New Year comes and then the Christmas is over and then everybody's getting serious with all the things they want to do. But I am saying, hey, wouldn't it be cool? Yes, we have our professional goals and all that, but what if we make resolutions based on our hobbies and interests or travel? What do you think? Good idea? Bad idea?
Sure. I guess. Like, well, you should always think that life should be fun.
Yeah.
Even though it's not always.
I want to record some music this year, and that's one of my fun resolutions. By the way, speaking of music, you better loosen up your vocal cords there, honey. I don't know if you need to look up these lyrics or anything, but you're going to be...
You're forcing me to do this every year.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
That's correct. That is correct. You nailed it, lady. Okay. I said 3 bonuses. Oh, yeah. Take a decision you've been putting off.
Yeah, that's a good one. That sounds like more like a New Year's resolution.
Yeah, well, this is like kind of, in case anybody's listening to this after the Christmas and they want a little more the food for thought. And then buy yourself a gift.
Yeah.
I've been a big fan of that this year.
I've always been a big fan of that.
Get myself a gift. Doesn't have to be expensive.
No.
Doesn't even have to cost money. The gift could be a day off of work where you just do nothing and do whatever you want. Give yourself a gift. Give your inner child a gift. Your inner child looking at the tree or the holiday season and thinking of all these magical things we're talking about today. Maybe you and your inner child deserve a gift.
Yeah.
What are you going to get yourself?
I don't know. It's a secret.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. I guess we'll have to wait.
What is yours?
Well, it was that sweater. But then you commandeered that as my Christmas gift, which is wonderful, and I can't wait to get it. So, I don't know. My gift to myself was several different things. I actually had one in mind. I talked about it the other day, and now I forget. So you put me on the spot. It will come back to me. I'm sure people are at the edge of their seats being like,
I'm
they
sure.
really can't wait to hear the answer. They're like, blah, blah, move it on. But let's move it on to finish it up with another tradition. We talked a lot about traditions today. This one of my favorite. Anytime I can make this little gal over here squirm a little bit, just a little bit in her comfy, cozy pants by the fire. Anytime I can make her kind of get a little uncomfortable, it's fun. We have a good time. Keeps things interesting. And every year, I ask Anna Dorthe at the end of this to perform the Musavisa song in her high-pitched, unintimidable voice.
Used to be a bonus. Now it's like a part of it. Now it's...
Yes, it is a part of it. This is part of the tradition, and you have to live the tradition, honey. You have
I'm
to
not
live
the
your truth.
musician in this family. You're supposed to be that.
Am I, though? All right.
I don't know.
You want to explain what this song is all about? Just give us a little...
Yeah, it's the Musavisa. It's the mouse song, Christmas song.
Several sleeping mouse ornaments.
Yeah, one of my favorite Christmas decoration is a mouse, actually, that I got from my grandparents when I was a kid. So,
okay. Is this about a Christmas mouse, or what was this about?
This is about a family that tries to survive Christmas, basically. It's like a lot of Musa kids and their mom and dad and their grandmother that is rocking in a potato chair. It's a mice family.
Do everything end up okay?
Yeah,
okay.
But they're not sure. They have to be careful if they want to have another Christmas.
You never know in Norway, because some of these traditional tales are pretty dark. So
this isn't dark, really.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Well, on that note, Anna Dorthe, I turn it over to you. The Musavisa song.
You owe me so much. You know that?
Do I?
Yes.
Okay. What do I owe you? A head
lot.
Massage?
No, a lot of things.
Love you, honey.
Your credit card again. Okay.
When am I going to get to? When am I going to get to record another episode with you?
I don't know. You have to come up with something interesting.
Okay. I'll work on it. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Do I really have to do this?
Yes. Go.
Stop. You're not supposed to laugh.
No, I don't usually do it. All right, I won't look at you. You do something special with your mouth
You're
when
like...
you do it. Go ahead.
När nätterna blir långa och kuldan sätter in så ser It's not funny.
All right, really, I will turn your back on me.
Okay. Don't move, because you're like,
I won't move because I start laughing
shaking.
and I shake. I really won't laugh this time. I'm serious.
När nätterna blir långa och kuldan sätter in så sier vesle musemor til ungeflokken sin. Hvis ingen går I fella, men passer seg for den, skal alle sammen snart få feire jul igjen. Hei sann og hopp, sann og faller aller av. Julekvelden, da skal alle sammen være glad. Hei sann og hopp, sann og faller aller av. Om julekvelden, da skal alle sammen være glad.
All right, buddy. Cheers.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
I'll switch my alcohol-free beer with yours.
Cheers and Happy New Year.
Yeah,
love
Merry
you.
Christmas first, because this is a
I
Christmas
mean,
one.
yeah. When I say Happy New Year, Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
God
is what I
jul.
meant. God
Yeah.
jul. Come here, hug it out. Okay. All right.
Okay.
You
God jul, everybody.
have a wonderful holiday.
Take care of
rest
yourself
your day.
and each other.
Enjoy. We'll see you next time. See you next year for the 10th. Cheers.
Bye.
Peter.